So hello guys and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In the previous video we talked about the line graph memory where we looked at the short-term memory and long-term memory. The short-term is for line graph checkpoint and then long-term is the line graph store. Alright, so we built a chatbot with that memory where you see that the chatbot cannot recall any conversation. Alright, we added memory and then it was able to recall all the conversation, but you saw that the messages were growing and then the token usage kept increasing, all right, which is a problem, and it will increase the cost of using that particular chatbot. So then we looked at the concept of deleting messages in between your chat to reduce the token usage, and then we talked about message summarization, and at the end we had a chatbot that has a message summarization with deleting message. Alright, so you summarize messages before you delete them. Then we added the LLM, and then we had a chatbot that was able to retain conversation and at the same time delete some messages after generating their summary to reduce token usage. So, but this was done using the memory saver. Alright, so the memory was in the system memory, which is the RAM. So anytime you run your code or close your system, the whole conversion is wiped out, so the data is not persistent. All right, so in today's video we'll be building LangGraph memory with SQLite. Okay, so SQLite is a database, so it will help us to have a persistent memory whereby even after 1 month or 1 year, if you come back, you'll be able to see the conversations that you've had with the AI. The AI will remember your conversation even if you've restarted your system, because the memory is what? Persistent. So first thing is to do is to connect SQLite, connect our code to SQLite. All right, so you need to install this library. Okay, people install LangGraph checkpoints SQLite. So this is the library we'll be using to connect SQLite with Python. All right, so you need to install this library, LangGraph checkpoints SQLite. Then SQLite 3 comes with Python. Once you have Python installed, it comes with SQLite 3, so you don't need to make any installation. We import this, we import OS. So we're trying to create a folder here. All right, so let's make directory. So this is the folder where I want to store all my memory. Remember, this is going to create a database data on our system where it stores all the charts, where it stores the data. All right, so I want it to be inside the folder. So this is the part. The database is memory.db, but I want it to be in a folder called memory. All right, so now this is how you connect your SQLite 3. You getting the connection SQLite 3.connect path checksum thread is equals to false, and then we'll be able to connect. So if I run this code now, it's going to create this folder memory and then have this file memory.db inside the folder. So if I run the code now, so you can see that the folder memory was created and then the file memory.db is inside it. So that's for this now. So what we are basically doing here is exactly what we did the last time, importing start and messages state graph from langgraph.graph, remove messages from langgraph.graph.messages. Then we're importing SQLite saver from this library we installed, which is langgraph.checkpoint.sqlite. We're importing SQLite saver. So this is what we'll be using for our memory. We've created the SQLite connection. All right, and then human message, system message from LangChain, core messages, and all that. So your .env, so that you read your environment variables. We are using the OpenAI GPT OSS 120B model, and we're working with Chatbot. All right, passing our API key, and then these are our two prompts: the system prompt and the summarization prompt for the LLM core, and then for the message summarization. So we'll run this. Okay, so first of all, I have to run this. All right, then I can now run this. So this is our state, inheriting from messages state, and then we'll have summary. So we'll now have messages and then summary here. So we'll run this code, and then this is where we built our graph. So we have two nodes. This is the first node, message summarization, where we'll talk about summarizing the messages. Once the messages is up to 6 messages, then it summarizes the conversation and then deletes the messages, leaving only the last two messages. All right, and then the LLM call makes an LLM call by first of all checking if there is a summary. It adds it to make the LLM call. All right, so we looked at the details of this in the last video. So if you want to get them detail by detail, you need to go and look at the last video. All right, so built our graph here, and then our memory. Now we are getting our memory from SQLite server. And while we are initializing the SQLite server, we'll pass the SQLite connection. So connection is equals to connection. So we'll pass the SQLite connection. And then this is just the same way to pass the check pointer to the LangGraph. Just as check pointer is equals to memory. Once you have the instance of your memory. Just as simple as that. Just that basic. So and then we run this code. So I don't know why it's taking a while to run. All right, so we've generated our graph. All right, then let's now make query. So this is just the system to make query. When you have memory, you need to create your thread ID, and then create the config. All right, so and then when you are when you are invoking your graph, you pass your input and then the configuration file. All right, or your configuration data rather. So let's say, let me just start from who are you. All right, so if I run this now, so we got a response. So what can you do for me? So let's go with this. All right, so you see that we have two messages here now. So if I print results, so you see that we have two messages here now. All right, so this is 1234. Let me use 1233. This is a different thread ID. So and let me ask something else. All right, so this let's see the output. So this is a different thread actually. So let's see. So you notice that we just have only two messages here. Let's see the result, because this is a different thread. All right, so you're seeing it as a different thread. That's why we are having only two messages here. So that is just it. So now, but I'm going to show us something now. Okay, so I'm going to rebuild this code now. So you see that the memory will not be overwritten because it is persistent. So, but if it is in the RAM, it's going to overwrite whatever we have. So let me rebuild this. So I just rebuilt this now, and then let me make some other conversations here in this particular thread. So if I print the result, see that the former messages we are still here. So if you still scroll here, you will see them. The former messages are still here. Then let me ask it if it remembers my name. Yeah, so let's look at the response. Yeah, it remembers my name as Felix. Now let's go back to the other thread ID, which is 1234. So let's ask it if it remembers my name. Remember, we passed my name to the other thread. All right, so when we run this, so let's look at the last response. It doesn't have a record of my name because in this particular thread, my name has not been passed. So when you go through these messages, you see that the threads, the datas in each ones are different. So it's recognizing each one with an ID, and all of them must have a unique ID. So this is how you add memory to your chatbot and make the memory to be persistent, so that you'll be able to make reference. The AI can make reference to the datas at any time. All right. So if you enjoyed this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel. I have more of this coming your way. So subscribe, give us a thumbs up, share with your network so that they can also learn with you. All right. Thank you for watching my video. Meanwhile, keep coding. See you in the next video.